When Grammy nominations were released this week, Beyoncé, Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, and more artists made history, while fans of Nicki Minaj and Rosalia were left with questions. I'm Dante Ramos, and this is MTV News Need to Know. The 2023 Grammy Award nominees were announced on Tuesday, and Beyoncé leads the pack with 9 nominations, thanks to her latest album, Renaissance. She has totaled 88 nominations and has tied her hubby Jay-Z for the most Grammy nods ever. But once again, Beyoncé is facing off against Adele for the night's biggest trophies: Album, Song, and Record of the Year. Adele has won each of these awards multiple times, but Beyoncé has only taken one win for the Song of the Year for Single Ladies. Can you believe that? Most famously, Adele's album 25 beat out Lemonade, and even she thought it was B's year.
I can't possibly accept this award, and I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful and gracious, but my artist of my life is Beyoncé, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental. Beyoncé, it was so monumental.
Given their tendency to honor white acts despite the critical and commercial successes of black artists, critics of the Recording Academy, including many big artists, have made accusations of racism. So we're gonna be watching closely to see if Queen Bee gets her dues. Close behind with 8 nominations is Kendrick Lamar, who dropped Mr. Morale and The Big Steppers in May. He went places a lot of rappers don't and opened up conversations about abuse, masculinity, and mental health. All of Kendrick's last 4 studio albums have clinched an Album of the Year nom. He is the first artist of any genre to do this. Now, I'm super proud of Harry Styles for racking up 6 nominations for Harry's House, including Record, Album, and Song of the Year. And I love that Glorilla got recognized for Best Rap Performance for her viral song with hit kid F&F, Let's Go! She just hit the scene a few months ago, and she's already in a category with heavyweights like Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, Kendrick, and Doja Cat. A major moment for the Memphis rapper. Speaking of moments, Sam Smith and Kim Petras got a Best Pop Duo nod for their song Unholy, and this is my song, guys. These two already made history as the first openly non-binary and trans artists, respectively, to hit #1 on the Hot 100. Sam got emotional in an Instagram post, writing in part, "To be Grammy nominated for this song with this artist hits different." I also got to shout out Ms. Viola Davis, who scored a nomination for her memoir, Finding Me. She's a Grammy away from becoming an EGOT winner, so I am rooting for her. And Latin music has always been hot, but only recently have we seen it take the world and global award shows by storm. And as a Latina myself, all I can say is estamos haciendo historia. A Spanish language album has never been nominated for Album of the Year until now. And who else could do that except none other than Bad Bunny? His album Un Verano Sin Ti is one of the most streamed albums in Spotify history. Anitta joins a short list of Brazilian singers to be nominated for Best New Artist. Her viral hit Envolver took over TikTok, generating more than 19 billion views collectively. Wow. And her music career has skyrocketed since then. This year, Anitta made history, becoming the first Brazilian to take home a VMA. And who knows, maybe she'll be adding the infamous gold-plated gramophone to her collection. And despite fan favorites dominating nominations, a few snubs make us question how the Recording Academy is voting. Music experts and Rosalia fans are surprised that her epic album Motomami didn't snag any of the top categories. Rolling Stone called it a glaring absence that shows the Recording Academy still has a lot to learn about music in other languages. They could also learn about handling the hip-hop categories. Nicki Minaj has been in the game for over 10 years, and while she's gotten 10 nominations, she's never won a single award. Which to me seems a little shocking given that she's opened so many doors for young women in rap. The Recording Academy has shown to be far from perfect, but this year the board added thousands of diverse new members in hopes of making their decisions more inclusive. And we are seeing some exciting firsts, perhaps as a result. The Academy has a lot to prove when it comes to seeing the full scope of popular music and solving its legitimacy problems. We'll be watching to see if they make any major strides, and I'll probably riot, no, I know I will riot, if Beyoncé doesn't take home Album of the Year. I'm Dante Ramos, and that's what you need to know.